Uh, Hey guys, this is Stanley again. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead because I have the horrible habit of taking on new tasks which I don't have the time for. So I'm recording this video in a time of great crisis, which I think is very evident of 2020 as a whole. But anyway, this isn't about the world, this is about me, because this is my channel. So, not only am I working on my webcomic, and working on is a loose term since I have been kind of stagnant when I was making the new page. I haven't worked on it for some time now. I also took on the responsibility of making the first issue of Superhuman into a motion comic, which I have to do that as well. I just have to animate the scenes and add some sound to it, and I have to break up the dialogue scenes and match them up. It's horrible. I hate it. But yeah, I also have to color in some frames of animation by a girl who hired me. So that's been going on. The thing I've been focusing on most of all of these is the RPG Maker game I also took on making. Oh yeah, also remember last video's rigging process? That's another thing I'm doing. I'm spreading myself way too thin. But yeah, the RPG Maker game. I'm making a horror mystery RPG Maker game. I love that. We stan RPG Maker horror games. And it's also loosely tied to Superhuman. It's sort of like a side story with a character who appears in the comic, but it's later on in the story. But like, not yet. Not yet, my friends. There's a long way to go before we get to that character, so... But at the same time, this game is probably gonna take a long time to do as well, so that's awful. My head hurts. So I should focus on some projects and do the other projects later. It's difficult to decide which ones though. But yeah, more about the game. I present to you actually three characters on screen right now. I will visualize, or maybe more if by the time I post this video I drew more of the characters. I will present them to you and you will be seeing them as we speak. So basically the story starts in this city with this young boy who is very charismatic, very cool, popular, but he basically attracts people to him with a charm he has. He is that type of charismatic person who attracts people, but that's all there is to it. So he feels lonely because he struggles to build an actual relationship with people. Like, people don't really get to know him, they're just attracted by that charisma, that air around him. So there's a whole monologue of him saying how hard life is for him being so cool and people not really knowing him, and he's lonely. That's basically what his thing is. Fast forward to him sitting in the schoolyard, probably, and a strange boy approaches him. This boy starts talking to him and telling him these weird things that he is in love with him, he knows who he really is, so on and so forth. And the other boy is flabbergasted by that. He's weirded out, but at the same time that tickles him inside. He has been waiting for a surprise like that, or more like he likes unexpected things, because to him people were very predictable at this point, and this boy seems to know him, even though they never met. This mysterious boy knows all about the charismatic boy. The charismatic boy is named Spencer, and the mysterious boy that just appears in front of him introduces himself as Crow. He's wearing some sort of schoolboy uniform, and he's obviously not from the same school. They never met, but somehow he knows him. After that chance meeting, Spencer starts experiencing weird things. Like very weird things. Weird creatures start to hunt him down. Spectral beings that don't seem to be of this world, and that's scary. Weird hauntings start happening around him, and it's all very spooky. And that's like the first arc. In the second arc we get some other characters and other type of stuff, and you'll see as we go along. And in the end, like, all of the arcs kind of get together in one story, and you go like, so this is what's happening. I see. Oh my. Building an RPG Maker game is not easy. It's not difficult, but it's very time consuming, because I wanted to have custom graphics, and that takes a lot of time. I'm really not that good at making a seamless pattern. I am trying. So far my grass looks fine. It's acceptable, but I feel like it could look better. I'm sure I'll do it. I need to fix my house tiles and other type of tiles. I did the character sprites, and the busts that are gonna show up when they speak, or at least some of them, but there's still a lot of things to do, and that all has to happen before I start eventing stuff, which is a whole other can of worms, because that's when I build the entire game, and the mechanics, and the puzzles, the horrors that happen as well. It's all just a lot. Let's just put it like that. I also don't want to use default music, so it's royalty-free music time, as one does. But I also need a lot of that, and I need to build the proper atmosphere for that. Building a game is not easy. For the most part, it's difficult to find the resources to use. Or if you want to make all of the resources yourself, you're going to find yourself in a pickle. That's extremely difficult, and I applaud all of the game devs who have done that for themselves. So I'll just download royalty-free music that's under the Creative Commons license, I think it was called, which is you can basically use it for anything. Licensing is very important to keep track of, because you might get fucked by Lego. Also, I'm not really trying to sell this game. I don't think I will put it on Steam for sale. But if it turns out really good and it's all royalty free, then I don't see why not. but as a first game it'll probably not be as good to put on Steam. So we'll see. I have tried my hand at RPG Maker games before, but I never really finished a game. I started doing one on VX and I was really hyped about it, but MV came out and I just had to download it and start all over again and redo the graphics, and I'm still behind on that one. I still have to do all of the graphics. It's tedious at best. I like MV and I really want it to work out, and if I do a graphics tiles, my own custom graphics, then I could use those for other games and just tweak them up a bit. That would be cool. Like, we'll see. Or I can I don't know if I can sell a game on Patreon. I still haven't made a Patreon, so I'll have to look into that. Because I feel like if I try to sell it on Steam, I would have to put a higher price on it. And if I just create a tier on Patreon, I can lower the price. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when and if we get there. And I hope we do. And the saddest thing, of this creating of stuff is that my portfolio isn't growing a lot from these things. Or it is, but I just don't know how to use that to my advantage, which is a bad thing. I need to be better at this. Or at the very least, I'm probably pretty critical of my work, and that's why I don't really want to put it into a portfolio. I don't know. The confidence part of my life needs work. But yeah, I hope you like this short one. I hope you like the drawing. I am continuing my drawing of The Witches of Dustburg, which, by the way, is the first RPG Maker horror game I tried to make. It wasn't actually a horror game, it was more of a traditional RPG, but set in the 50s to 60s, and the main characters are witches. Clearly I have themes. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, like, follow my social media, Redbubble shop, buy a commission from DeviantArt. Redbubble and Society Shop, I said that, and you can donate to my Ko-fi account if you wanna see my comic or my videos prosper. And you can also make love to my comic by reading it on Tapas. Thank you for watching this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.